Hey guys, my name is Patricia Wonsey, and I am the creator and founder of wonsiiwraps, Wonsii, aka wonsiiwraps. And a couple of weeks ago, possibly a couple of months ago, can't remember, but I promised to make a video explaining my process of how I obtained my 2 patents. And so I do have a patent, a design patent and a utility patent. And again, I just want to go through the steps to hopefully be helpful for you guys and for you guys' business. To go through this process if that's what you believe, is necessary. So like I said, this is just a video explaining the process that I went. I want to make a disclaimer first that I'm not an attorney. This is not legal advice. You don't have to go through this company that I'm going to recommend. You don't have to do any of this. So keep that in mind before you proceed through this video. This is just the steps that I took. So before you go with any company, contact any attorney, one of the things that I highly suggest that you do is research. You need to research to see if there's any other product or service or whatever, is there anything out there like your product? If there is, then you don't have to waste thousands of dollars going through this process. So you need to do your due diligence and search for, possibly a product that is like yours or very similar to yours on the market already. Another thing is, don't start this process if you already exposed your idea to the world. That was one thing that I was very careful of when I was doing this whole process of getting my prototypes ready. And once I had my product ready, I was ready to go to social media, and I was ready to post my picture of what my creation was, but I couldn't. Not before I had that patent pending, stamp. And so if you're trying to get something patented, don't expose it to the world, not just yet. So after I did my research, I wanted to, of course I tried the attorney route, but it just ended up looking too expensive. And so my brother actually, through a friend of a friend, recommended this website, thoughtstopaper.com. And so they offer several services as far as all 3 different patents. They even a patent search and things like that. These are all fixed rates, and it's very affordable if you ask me. So when I reached out to this company, the very first thing that I paid them to do was a actual patent search. Now, I know I just said, do your due diligence, you have to just research whatever. Yes, you do, but I'm pretty good at searching for things and doing my research, but I wanted to make sure. So this was like double checking for me because again, these patents, they cost some money. And you don't want to waste your money. You don't want to waste thousands of dollars. I guarantee you. So I paid them, and their rate for the patent search is $295 as a fixed fee. What that gets you is basically they'll research the internets. They'll research the patent library, and they will make sure that there is nothing else on the market that already exists like your product. And so they will give you, depending on what type of patent you're going for, design, utility. There's another one, but I can't remember. But whatever type of patent that you're going for, they'll tell you the possibility, basically the rankings of how it looks good, what the outcome of that request will be. So for example, when I did the patent search, in the beginning I wanted a design and utility patent off the top. And so they did the search. They said, yeah, nothing is out there like your product. However, this exists and this exists, and again, it wasn't like my product. And so they showed me some possible similar products, but again, it wasn't my it wasn't my idea. So they told me also, in addition to that, you know, how if I proceed with the design patent or the utility patent, how likely I would be able to actually get it. And so my design patent, they said it's an excellent chance that you will get this design patent. And for the utility patent, they said it's a fair chance that you'll get it, and they explained why. But you know, again, once they give you those likelihoods of how if you could get it or not, then you can go ahead, if you choose, to proceed with the actual process, with the actual filing for the either provisional patent or the design patent or the utility patent. So after I got my search done and they gave me the likelihood, I decided, okay, let me just go ahead and dive into this process. So my second step after this, after the search, was to file a provisional patent. So for the provisional patent, well, it's not a patent, it's an application. So the provisional patent application is basically going to give you that patent pending status. So in that patent pending status, once you file this, it's good to go. Then you can go out to social media, whatever you want to do, and start marketing your idea. Start getting the funds ready for your idea, because now your product is patent pending. So it won't violate the standards of whatever is listed in that patent, the process for that patent. Because again, if you expose your idea to the public too early, before you get at least the patent pending status, it's not going to be approved. So you want to protect yourself, especially if you want to get the design or utility, but you don't quite yet have the funds for these type of the application process and the patent process for these, then you can put that on hold. Start saving up, because once you fill out this provisional patent application, now you will have patent pending status for 12 months. So you got 12 months to get your coins ready for these two, if you want to go for these two. So with that 12 months, again, that's when you start marketing, start to save your your coin to start these processes. After the 12 months, then that's when I started on first the design patent. Now the design patent is way cheaper than the utility patent. So the design patent cost me around, I want to say around like $1,100 total. There are no maintenance fees with the design patent. And so that's only, maintenance fees are only if the actual patent is issued to you. So design patent, I came out of pocket about $1,100. Once the design patent is issued to you, you've been approved, the patent has been issued to you, then there is one more final fee that you have to pay. I want to say it was like $400, $500, but that's after this whole process is several months down the line. For the design patent, it took about a year after I put the application in. It took about a year for them to grant me the patent. When I went through this process with thoughts to paper, because basically all I had to do was fill out the application, pay them the fee, and they went and they did the work. I didn't have to think twice about anything else. So again, it took me about a year to actually be granted the design patent. And again, the design patent covers the actual look of your product. So after I was granted the design patent, then I went in, possibly halfway through the process, I went in and I started my utility patent application. The utility patent, that cost was kind of steep. I want to say it was around upwards of $4,000. Don't quote me, but it was around that area, $3,000 to $4,000. Usually they say that it takes maybe up to 5 years to get issued if they're going to grant you the patent for utility patent. It takes about up to 5 years or more to get it granted to you, but mine's only took, I think, two and a half years. Once this was issued, I did have to pay another fee. The fee was around $800. About $800. And again, that's why this patent costs so much. So I want to say altogether it was close to about $5,000 for this patent. Again, you can check out dotsthepaper.com. They have their rates on the website, and so keep that in mind when you get this started. But yeah, it is expensive, but I feel like it is worth it. As far as other fees, there are maintenance fees for utility patents. So if I'm looking into this, the maintenance fees are due in 3 years. The first one, the first maintenance fee is due in 3 years and 6 months in. There's another one at 7 years and 6 months, and then there's another one at 11 years and 6 months after the date that this is granted to you. So there are 3 maintenance fees that are required. I really, after I got this issued, it says it on the email and on the paperwork that you receive, how much are those fees and whatnot. But honestly, I'm not worried about them right now. But it wasn't much. It was it looked, if I remember correctly, it was a couple of $100, maybe $200-300. But then again, that's in 3 years, 7 years, and 11 years. So I'm not worried about it right now. But that is my process of how I got my patents. Honestly, it wasn't much work on my part. Yes, you do need to research to make sure before you even start this whole thing, is it going to be worth it? I did invest in a patent search, so that was $300. I did the provisional patent application, so that's that patent pending and that gives you 12 months 12 months of patent pending status. After that, I went in with my design patent, and that was another $1,000 plus fees. And the fee is at the end when they actually give they grant this patent to you. If you were successful in getting the patent, that's when you have to pay that extra fee. And then at the very end, my utility patent. And so again, that started, I want to say, around $3,000 to $4,000 plus another $800 once the patent was issued to me. So just keep that in mind. That's the process that I went through. I went all through wonsiiwraps.com. They are very professional. Literally all you got to do, of course, is read the stuff that they're sending you via email. Typically, you only deal with one person, so that's what I love the most. I worked this whole time, maybe 3 years, with Tien Lee, and basically he sent over the documents, told me to sign. I signed, I paid, and they did all the work, and I got my patents. So that's the process that I did. You can make this more complicated if you want to, but if you want an easy way, go to dotsthepaper.com, go browse it, and fill out they have a questionnaire on there, and they'll contact you and they'll let you know the process. So it doesn't get easier. It doesn't get any easier than that. So, well, that's all I have for you. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. I will be glad to answer any questions that you have. And don't forget to stop by wonsii.com, wonsii.com, and get you a patented head wrap. Wonsii wrap. Bye.